Hello and welcome. I am really excited about today's show because we actually have a member of Usher's Super Bowl roller skating squad to show us a few moves. But before we lace up the skates, there's a story that you've got to hear. Camille Gilmore always had a penchant for dancing, but a life-changing car crash forced her to shift, pivot, and lace up a pair of skates. A move that rolled into one big opportunity after another. Please welcome to the show, Camille Gilmore, aka Miss Camille. So nice to have you.
Thanks for having me. Hey,
yes,
Portia.
indeed. I have followed you for a long time on Instagram. I'm always blown away by the things that you can do on skates.
Yes.
But I think people who follow you don't all know that there's an interesting way that you ended up on skates.
For sure.
Let's talk about how you ended up skating.
9 months pregnant, riding down the Atlanta streets, hit by a drunk driver, went into labor, got pulled out of a window, wrist hanging off. And I was told that I may not be able to walk again. And through just one invitation, after trying to get my body back, move my hips again, use those legs, get acclimated to me. It's all about just getting back to yourself, because sometimes you lose that after a really bad accident.
Right, because these were catastrophic injuries.
Oh, for sure.
That you had, yeah.
For sure. And just invited to the roller skating rink, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. These people are really moving, and it allowed me to, with a very, I didn't really have to have a lot. I just felt like when you went to skating rink, everybody just accepted you for who you were.
Right.
You didn't have to have a lot of money. It was safe, great community outlet. And I was just like, wow, everybody's so different.
And you hadn't skated as a little kid. That was not, okay.
Not really. Everybody
you were a dancer.
Played with. I was a dancer. I didn't play with it, in a huge way. But I actually got out there and I just felt like I was at home. And one of my good friends cleared out his garage and was like, I'm going to show you how to stop and go. And after that, I just
Two important things.
stopping and going. And people would laugh at me. And I just got really good through passion and just finding myself again. I had a really amazing story to tell on wheels.
So how did you go from, I'm learning how to skate as a good and grown woman, right, with this new baby? There's a lot going on. How does that turn into your form of artistic expression as a dancer?
Just music. Just allowing the music to move us, allowing the pain to be, just a driving force, telling myself I can do it. Overcoming one move at a time is really amazing, building that confidence with each move. I just found myself and I said, you know what, I'm a fighter. I can do this. And before I knew it, I was inspiring other people, learning new moves, and started creating what I was doing in dance. But on skates, I wanted to bring that to entertainment. And
and how did you catch, well, I know how you caught the eye because you're absolutely beautiful and really talented, but how did you take that skill? Because you were teaching people eventually, but how did the movie productions come, the TV productions, the commercials come along?
Yeah, in college, I did drumline and I was super excited, and I knew that I had a gift of dance, but more important, choreography, teaching others, which I love to do.
Yeah.
And after my car accident, I started my dance school. I couldn't go back to work or type or anything like that and use my hands because of the injury.
Right.
And I utilized dance already. It was already in motion. Then when skating was introduced, I was like, wow, let's marry the two. And nobody was really doing that. Every music video, they were like, Camille, put your skates down. And I'm like, no, you need to see this because it can just be just as artistic, just as beautiful. And it's different. It's a different skill. And I think after, I did one music video, they were convinced, it kind of took off.
Right. It surely did take off because then celebrities started to notice and they were like, I want that sister down in Atlanta who does the split thing. I want her to show us how to say. How does that come to be that you end up teaching? I mean, we're looking at a video of you teaching all, is that Jermaine Dupri right there?
We're just vibing. We're just vibing.
Just having a good time.
Oh, yeah. Me and Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Yes.
How did that come to be?
I mean, oh my goodness. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Alicia Keys' husband, Swiss Beats, mom was a student of mine and takes my class when she's in town.
Gotcha.
And then everybody's friends. We're all big one happy family. And so we come and people seek me out. A lot of times if I drop a video to a song, it can go viral a little bit. It can do
just a little bit. I love the humility there, just a little bit. But that is what, just using the gift and still teaching it though, right? Because teaching is always a part of what you're doing. This isn't just content creation. this is wanting to teach people, and you've got people who come to class.
Oh yeah, I've been teaching for over 20 years and I absolutely love just bringing in what I do, introducing it to others. I lost over 100 pounds in high school. I know about getting fit. A lot of people come with their stories and I'm like, we got you.
We got you. And we've got this video. This is just, I mean, there's so many trademark signature moves, but it also speaks to the health and fitness and what it takes. I mean, the core strength is just amazing. But this is why you say this is also really good exercise for people of any, health size and shape, right?
Oh, for sure. I absolutely love that. Skating is for everybody. It's a church. You just come in any size, any situation. For $8 to $10, you can get your life back. You just come on in and you can just get right in. Nobody judges you at any level. So much love and community. Yeah. So you absolutely love the roller skate.
Well, and speaking of community, I know Usher Raymond is a big part of your skating community. And this, I just can't imagine what it is like when you get the call that says, hey, I'm gonna tap you in on the Super Bowl performance. What was that like?
Unreal. I've known Usher for years, throughout the skating community. Super amazing skater anyway. He's, I mean, what can he do? You just saw it, right?
Exactly.
Super awesome performer, and he is a student. He always is learning, and that's why he's so good. And we learn from him, but he learns from us as well. And it's like a family, it's a community. And to get a call to go to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl was really unreal. I think I cried for 3 days after the performance.
Oh, wow. And we should point out, too, that you were a part of the residency, his residency in Vegas as well.
Yeah, I did the final show. I was invited out to skate in the final show with Usher in the residency, and it was definitely life-changing. Oh, my God, my first time in Vegas, and to be on stage with Usher.
With Usher. And then the Super Bowl, I can't imagine when you first make your way out there, and I remember screaming at the TV, like, oh, no. Right? Because you were low key. I don't think you didn't really brag that this was coming.
We couldn't.
You couldn't, of course.
We couldn't.
But when you're out there on stage and you see this moment, what's going through your mind? Are you just so focused on the moves?
No, I was present. I prayed to be present. Sometimes when you're in TV and film, things go by so fast and you don't really get a chance to soak it in. Yeah. And for the first time, I said, you know what? I'm going to be present. Because this is that moment. If you're going to be present, you want to be present at the Super Bowl. You know
what to do with the moves.
So it was the most life-changing experience. And I think you could see the smile on my face. And I'm like, you better wear them out, Usher. Because when people say you can't do it and they doubt you and they don't think that skating is a part of our culture or they even need it, just to see so many people open up their hearts and minds to what we do here in Atlanta. Yeah. It was a big moment.
It was a big moment, and a lot more moments to talk about as this conversation continues. When we return, you're going to meet a retired Army sergeant who says roller skating helped her physically and mentally. She's roller skating into this conversation coming up next. Stay with us.